the show last night?
We're live.
Live.
All right, dope.
What's happening? You know
what's happening, fellas?
Yeah.
What's hanging?
Episode 9.
Episode number 9.
We moving, fellas.
We are moving.
You know it's lit when you got camera number.
Right?
You know,
You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this thing. This people need to know, man.
Jeez, man.
yeah, man.
But it's been
Special
a
day.
journey.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey. And I was talking to Q during the week, actually. Like, we'd gone for some meeting. And we were actually like, bro, like, it's crazy. Because when we started, we didn't know, like, we're going to be here in this short amount of time. Right? We thought it was probably going to take longer. But we were like, the thing about it is just push. Just go. Start. You know what I mean?
Something.
Things have a way of just coming together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Everything will fall
definitely, we
into place.
shout out to our fans, you know what I mean, who watch the show. We appreciate your
Thank you,
support.
thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Today's a special day, though. I think we have to acknowledge that we have somebody in the building.
Hello.
You know what I mean? We can't start the show without saying it. You know what I mean?
I'm saying? Yeah.
We got Superstar M.E. in the building.
First of all, I must compliment you, beautiful, so colorful. See, I took my time to analyze and finalize my baby. Baby, no time for wasting. I don't feel like crazy. I will take you to places.
And your girlfriend is my girlfriend, and my girlfriend is my girlfriend.
We're gonna need to unpack that shit.
We're gonna need to unpack that. It's part of the convo. Definitely, it's coming. You know what I mean? So, I mean, some of y'all might already know who he is, right? There's a lot of music out already. Music on Trace.
True
You
that.
know, you mentioned MTV as well.
Bass.
Just give us a little bit, you know, history, background. You know what I mean?
Okay, basically,
yeah.
Superstar M.E. Superstar M.E.
Yeah.
The founder of M.E. Production. I'm a producer. I'm a actor, presenter. I've got a show called Celeb Chat Room.
Really?
Yeah, so it's for artists as well. I
Nice.
also got some artists under my record label, under Images Production.
What is the record label?
Images Production.
Images Production.
Yeah.
Nice.
Images.
Okay.
Basically, earlier my name was Images previously, but there's this other artist, Images, the ones from Rhinestone Naira.
Yeah.
So we are actually clashing. So when I go on interview, like, which of the Images are you? Are you this?
Oh, so you had to clarify.
So I had to no, it's fine. Let me just get something else and Superstar.
And that's a
M.E.
big thing in entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Like your name, like.
So
Yep.
you were saying I'm the superstar one.
Like I'm, like I'm the superstar.
I'm the superstar. Right. That's really cool, man. Okay, so you got a label, you got your own thing going.
True that. I got my own label. I've got my artists under my stable. I also got
Nice.
my own shows, personal show that I do. I also do things for the community. I've got a show called Caution the Beat. It's a hip hop talent show.
Nice.
Where I normally showcase artists from the location as well.
Yeah.
So on the competition, the win things like record album recording, and you also get a music video for free.
Wow.
You also get some exposure as well. Yeah.
That's
you can check it out
brilliant.
on social media. It's the Caution the Beat. Caution the Beat.
Caution the beat.
Yeah.
What is your Instagram handle as well?
Superstar_ME.
Okay. So y'all can check him out on there. I mean, brilliant.
Yeah.
So I mean, the whole idea of the show is to just have different artists come on and we talk about things from a man perspective.
True that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into you a bit more, but we're also gonna get you into our world. You know what I mean? And we were told that we need to keep the show a bit open. So we will definitely try to do that. But so how long you been doing music though? And how did you start?
Music has been something from my DNA. Like I would say from childhood.
Yeah.
I've been performing as a child
wow.
for the youth choirs, children choirs back home. I am very talented. I play 7 major instruments.
On that note, why do a lot of artists come from church? Have you noticed?
It's the background that the church. I think that's the rule.
It's like the church is the breeding ground.
It's the breeding ground for a lot of.
Trust me, I can say gospel musicians, they make the best musicians.
Yes,
I can
true,
tell you because
true.
you have a grinding, because it's very difficult to make people dance in church. It's very big because people come and
Those
they're
are
like,
the
they're like
highs.
this.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like, hey, but what are you doing? This guy sing. Understand? So for you to make people dance is
Yeah.
a skill. And when you bring that to the mainstream
Yeah.
space, you fly. You so that's why when I perform, I told somebody there's hardly a place I perform that I don't get people hyped up.
Right.
I've been to places and people are like, I've never heard about you. I've never heard your song, but I can
Vibes.
easily vibe to you
Right.
because I know how to get the people. I know what
The
to say
connection.
when I have the mic. The first thing to say to get people to say, "Hey, what's up?" Somebody say, "Yeah, yeah," and they know what to say. You know, yeah. You see, I know how to get the people.
Let me hear the church say amen. Like, it's the same man. It's the same man. I'm just saying. So okay, and I get it.
So that's what I've been. I am very skillful. I
Yeah.
play 7 major instruments:
Wow.
keyboard, drum, bass, saxophone, clarinet, trumpet, and flute.
No way.
Wow.
I didn't want to be an artist. I just wanted
Yep.
to be that guy behind the scene making things happen for artists.
Ah, nice.
But I did that down to 2017, but I was deeply hurt because I invested so much on an artist.
Yes.
To the extent that he got, what do you call it, open up performance for pilotons.
Oh,
But this
What?
nigga never showed up. He never showed up for the whole gig.
Oh, my
He never came for
What?
rehearsal. I got him a white band, guys playing band for him. He's very good. He's very,
Yes.
I don't want to call him, he's very talented.
Yeah.
He never came. I paid for a theater space. He never
So you're
showed
like,
up.
you know what? Screw it. I'll do it
Understand?
myself.
Yeah,
Like,
so I was so hurt. I remember he's that kind of person that when he's emotionally down, everything goes down. So he was having some family, but everything went down. At the end of it, affected my business.
yes.
I remember
yes.
this other Indian chick said, "Emmy, you know what? Not every artist is called out to be big. Cancel the show." I didn't want to cancel the show, so it really hurt me.
Yeah.
So I like, I can actually do this thing, man. Let me just start pushing myself.
Right.
So
right.
2017, I started doing my music. 2018, I dropped my first single.
Yeah.
Called Toti. Yeah, and it's been glam. It's been nice since then.
Bro,
now.
that's hectic. Like 2017 is not such a long time.
Yeah.
ago.
It's
Like,
And now you're like on.
Yeah.
We've
Trace
got
and
three-
Trace,
all
I've
the-
got 3 top 10s on TV. Like I'm all over TV. On the gospel space, I'm on One Gospel. I'm on Trace Gospel. I'm on
Right.
Trace Africa, Trace Urban, Trace.
I love how diverse
like
you
everything.
are, eh?
MTV based because I also have different
Yeah.
songs for different
and you're
occasions.
fully independent. Like this is your
Fully
own.
independent. Yeah, fully.
Wow, and we'll need to unpack that. You know what I mean? Like, what does it mean to be independent and also sign into labels? Because sometimes people think like signing is the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Some people think being independent also is a good thing to do. So like, it'll be good to kind of tap into that. Okay, dope. So those are some of the successes that you've achieved in the short time frame that you've been releasing music. What are some of the challenges though that people don't talk about? Because I know a lot of people just see the glamour, they see the, you know what I mean, but they
highlights.
don't know the hustle behind. Like,
There's a song I wrote. The song says they see the passion,
Yeah.
they don't know the strain. They see the cash flowing, they don't know the pain that got me standing in the rain. Understand? So that's one of my projects. So people see the glams now, they don't know what
Yeah.
happened behind closed door. They don't know how many times I couldn't afford to pay rent.
sheesh.
They don't know
Yeah.
how many times I go home crying like, I mean, why did I just put my money on this gig that didn't bring any forth fruit?
True.
Instead, so but for me, the Bible says if you put your hand on the plow, you don't look back. So when you focus on something, you want to do something,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
focus on it.
True,
There's going to be a challenge.
Oh, yeah, of
There's
course.
also one of my favorite quotes, like, if I hit this table, at the first, there won't be anything. But if I
Like,
keep on
keep
hitting
on
everything,
hitting, yeah.
you get to a point the pen cleans, get to a point I start hitting it, you get to a point my hand comes out. What happened? I have pains, I have blood, blisters. Those are the restrictions I have. No, you can't do it. No, you're not good enough. No, you're not qualified. No, you're from this particular part of Africa. You can't do this.
Yeah.
Understand? But when you persist, you break forward. So one of the challenges I face as an artist is the finances. I think that's what
That's
everybody
always
faces.
it is, right?
But what
it is.
keeps you motivated apart
It's
from
the
everything
vision.
else?
As the vision is the drive. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's when I look at where I want to go.
Yeah.
When I look at and I know that if a song hits 1 million download on iTunes, it's 9 million rand. I push harder.
It's about that bread. Hey?
The mathematics behind it.
Because a song on iTunes is like 9 rand. It's 9 rand.
Yes,
so if
yes,
you
yes,
get
yes,
1
yes.
million, it's 9 million rand. So when you think about 9 million rand, I can just work a little bit harder.
To get
Let me
it
keep
there.
pushing. Let me
Yeah.
just get
Let me
it.
just.
And 1 million is nothing for people. Imagine someone like Master KG having hundreds of millions
Millions
of downloads.
of.
Yeah.
So when you look at those
Sheesh.
things you want to achieve, you enjoy what you're going through now.
Now, yeah.
It hasn't been all rosy. Trust me, I go through times like I like.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did I just put my money on this gig?
Yeah.
It was perfect.
True, true.
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
who are-
You rarely ever hear an artist referencing God, but you're referencing even Bible verses right now,
Yeah.
which is strange because we're talking about they come from the church and then they become famous, but you're still talking from like you're still with the church, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
still with the church. I'm still in my choir. I still play
Man.
keyboard in church. Just one thing I
Yeah.
make sacrifice to God. I say no matter how big I get tomorrow, I will
Yeah.
still come to church and play that piano for God.
Amazing.
I will still, no matter how big,
Amazing.
be as big as Drake, I will still come to church. If I'm not around, maybe I'll because I'm doing my keyboard. When I'm around in my time, I will come to church and play keyboard.
And I think that's actually an important, discussion to have of the influence that guys like yourselves have, with the masses. Because people listen to your music, people want to emulate your lifestyle.
True.
People, do you know what I mean? And it's important for them to see both sides of it.
True.
You know what I mean? Like we can have a good time, yes, but there's also another side that is serious. That is, listen,
True.
there's a greater power,
True that.
than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not here because of myself. You know what I mean? That acknowledgement. And I think a lot of artists don't really show that. You know what I mean? You'll go to churches, you'll see them there. You're like, this guy is whatever, Adventist, or this guy is, Pentecostal, whatever. But they never talk about that side. And I think it's very important that for people who are influential in the limelight, for people to see that side of you so that they know that there's another side to this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So the fun part though, right? So we talked about the struggles, you know what I mean?
Challenges. Yeah.
Okay, when did you realize that, okay, I think I'm onto something, right? And I mean it in a very broad sense, right? There's the financial aspect, there's the acknowledgement,
True that.
right? Walking around the streets.
is the first royalty.
You understand? there's the DMs coming in, you know what I'm saying? When did you start realizing, like, man, this is something, like I'm onto something?
For me, I think when I started going out to perform my song, when I see the reception I was given from the fans, like, oh,
Yeah.
you actually your song is nice. Where can I get your song? Because one of the things that keep you going is your fans.
Yes,
The feedback that you get.
yes,
the
yes.
feedback actually keep you going. So, oh, your song was nice. I like your song. Where can I get more of your song? So, and I can actually do more. So I think I derive most of those strength from my fans
Okay,
and from my
okay.
family and my close associates and friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then also, I know the other aspect about being independent, right, is you still have a team,
True.
right? And this is something I think we spoke about in the last episode as well, where we're breaking down, like, yes, you're a new artist, but you still need management, you
True
still
that.
need people to, you know what I mean? So I'm guessing you also have your own team that helps you with different things.
There's no man that's an island. You can do everything. I can call radios.
You've
I can get bookings for myself. I say, hey, book me. I'm Superstar M.E. But my manager right here, Star Kid, can actually call us, hey, Konzi FM, I've got this hot artist in town. I know
Yes.
you're going to like him and everything. So you can't do everything alone.
Mm.
So the reason why I always tell people, I said, though I love to be signed, trust
Yeah.
me, I won't say no to a deal from Sony. Rico. I'll tell you why I wanted to say yes to it, because
Yes.
the reason why people don't understand why the record label they are more efficient than the individual artists, because there's a strategy in place. Okay, there's a system in place.
Yeah.
There's a system in place, so they know if there's a song that's dropping, what is the budget for the song?
Yeah.
We got 200,000 for the song. Okay, this 200,000, we're going to take 50,000 on video promotion. We need to pay a PRO team that's going to do this, or we have an in-house PRO team to handle this.
Yeah.
We have this 200,000, this 50,000 for art covers, for social media. That's what people don't understand. I told someone, how do you beat AKA in the game if you don't put twice as hard that he puts on his game?
Dude, like you need money to play the game.
Those guys, they put money in. Even as big as AKA, he can't release a song without a budget for the project. You know
There
that?
has to.
Yeah.
So, but an independent artist drop a song, I believe in miracle. Let me put it on audio man.
Superstar, man, you're gonna get me in trouble. That man is always talking about we gotta put in investment in this thing and put it work.
You need money to play the game.
You need
It
money
is
to
what
play
it
the
is.
game. You need money. In this game, money is essential. Money is everything. Money, like my friend was saying, money stop nonsense.
But have you also
That's
noticed
a nice
generally
line.
when you go to meetings, like you can talk about everything, right? You can have so many opinions and whatever. But whoever holds the coin is the one who influences what happens.
True.
And sometimes when money is there, a lot of things that we struggle with and whatever become unimportant because it's very clear. We need money for this. We pay for that. We need this. You know what I mean? So that's something I think also.
There's a saying
Yeah.
that summarizes exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
He who owns the gold makes the rule.
And that's, I think, also with the label,
True
right?
that. True that.
If they're paying for the song, they will tell you what song you need to put out.
True.
They will tell you who you need to work with
True.
to get the song. And that's part of it, right? You hear a lot of artists in some cases say, oh, like the label is trying to tell me what to do, like da 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 da. But it's their money,
True that.
right?
The investment.
It's an investment. But I like the fact that, I mean, you've found a way to actually make it work independent, which is a very hard thing. People don't
Very
know,
hard.
bro. But to get, I mean, we're obviously starting, and you can see that you might have a great product or a great show, right? But there has to be that element of resources to bring it into the eyes of the right people to actually start knowing about it.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes what gets lost with artists, where they think it's just creative. I'm a creative, I've got talent, so I deserve, but they don't understand that there's another side of it. The talent is just a small part.
There's a music. I always say there's a music in the industry and there's a music business.
Yes.
So if you ain't in the music business, you will never make money. I've actually shifted from the music industry to the music business. So that's how I can use the music business is when you can use your music to make money.
Yeah.
So now I know how to make my money from my music. So most artists, they've been releasing songs, but they've never gotten even 5 rand from Samro.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
How it
It's just
works.
Samro.
Yeah.
Understand? So if you're not in the music business, you'll never know.
Shuck.
I
You
think
know, we talked about that last week when we
Yeah,
were saying there's a difference between like woodworking and the furniture business.
The whole
Bradlows
supply
are not
chain,
in
yeah.
the woodworking business, they're in the furniture business. The woodworkers are in the background.
Yeah,
They don't get
yeah.
that much money, but Bradlows makes money.
True.
You know what's crazy
that.
is we're talking so much about music, but
Yeah.
this is something that applies to everybody because I think everybody has a gift or a talent, something that they're just naturally good at.
Yeah.
But the challenge that we have as people is now how do I get that to a place where it translates into dollars?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the conversation we're actually having right
And it
now.
was, and he said something very important before we started, all right? Just to give us a glimpse of the strategy that he has. Like, you
Yes.
have to have a clear strategy, bro. Knowing who your audience is and knowing how to grab their
vision is
attention
important.
and how to monetize is
Vision.
important. You know what I mean? So apart from that, right? Going back to the fun side of this thing, right? So I know you said you host parties as well.
Events.
That's part of the strategy, right? It's like
Part of the strategy, the tasting party.
Tell us more about the
tell us more
parties
about the parties,
and the
man.
events.
Like,
like
and how did you come up with that concept? Like, what was it?
for me, you know, like I say, if in Johannesburg right here,
Yeah.
you need to be a hustler to survive.
True, true.
You need to think 3 times smarter than your average man for you to survive. If you can't do that, then you have to go into crime. You have to start doing fraud. You have to start doing drugs. So if you don't want to do that, you need to start thinking.
Hard, yeah.
I discovered that people, they will never want to give you money. But they want to take you to club. They want to buy you a bottle of Hennessy for 2.5 and
Yeah.
flex with you.
True.
But if you say, give me, bro, you know, I want to shoot a video. Please help me with 2,000 rand. They will not give you.
Yeah.
But they can take you to the club and spend 10,000, 20,000
It's true.
same time. So I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I've asked this nigga for 5,000 rand to complete my music video. He said he doesn't have. I will get back to, okay, I will think about it. Never get back to me.
Yes, yes.
But this guy, I met him in clubs. Hey, Superstar, here's a ball to take your ball to 2.5. I'm like, okay, what do I do? How do I
grab
make
that.
this money? So I had to sit down. I always think
Yeah.
about, like, I said, okay, no, this thing, since they like alcohol,
Yeah.
give them what they want.
Give the people
They
what
want the
they
girls, they want the crowd to show up. Bring the crowd
that.
and bring them to come and show up. So that was the
Right.
strategy. That's how I started doing my party. So I bring them. I say, no, there's gonna be a lot of chick. During my event, I post like 50 chicks. They say, yo, someone say, who's the one? Give me her number. I said, no, she's coming to the party.
But
Come
be
to
there.
the party.
Yeah.
So now they come to buy alcohol. They buy alcohol. At the end of the day, I make my profit. The
Right.
bottle of Hennessy is 450 in the bottle shop. I come and sell it for 1.750. I make my profit.
This man is putting you on
game.
So this that,
Big
Real
free
talk.
game.
that's the strategy.
Yeah.
People, they won't. I believe some people, they don't want to give you money in secret. They rather give you money in public. So rather think about a way to get them together. Like I told you, everybody's useful. My uncle is useless. He doesn't want to give me money.
Yeah.
You find what he likes.
Yes.
Give it to him. If you like woman, get a girl and say, bro, that guy. You give me money. Bring the money. I will share it. So that's my strategy on getting them on party, and that's how I started doing the party.
Yes.
I did the first one, it worked. The second one, it worked. Third one is working. I'm doing another one next month.
Shucks.
We need to go to this party.
You know what? You've just given me peace of mind because I'm
Yeah.
sometimes mad at my rich homies. I have a few rich friends out there.
Yeah.
They will not part with a dime to keep Vitamin Q running. But do you know this?
You know.
We know the struggles that we
That's what
have
I'm
in this
saying. Like,
spot. We have to make this spot happen by ourselves. But out there, those guys
People will
burn
not give you cash.
11,000 in a night on drinks and
He knows.
flicks.
I'm telling you, I've been to a place, someone spent 100,000, my president, I'm looking at him, just bought of Ace of Spades, 15,000 in the club. Someone just pumped 10 bottles of Ace of Spades. Like, I was crying, bro. I was crying in my heart, you know. And he asked the guy, please, can I please have transport? Yes, why did you tell me I finished my money? And after tomorrow, he will let you something. Dololo. And I, okay, this guy like alcohol, let's bring the party. He like party, we'll give him party.
Bro, that is a smart. I mean, because the beauty about that is you can apply that in other things.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Across the board.
Across the board.
Right? And that's how people won't teach you. You know what I mean? Like, you'll struggle so hard trying to get people to, like you said, fund this, fund that.
Yeah.
But the idea is give them something that they like,
Yeah.
and then they'll pay for it.
Even
Profit
for
out
Q,
of it.
like for Q.
Yeah.
You see, like for Q, like
Yeah.
if I were to address his uncle,
Yeah.
the one that they have, they can spend.
Yes.
I'll look for what they like. For example,
Right.
they have a business, they do this. Okay, let me invite you to my podcast.
Yes.
Why are you sitting here? He's watching everything. Say, bro, after he said, this is what we do, but we need support. He will
It's
support
a-
you because he's there. But when you're telling him from outside, he will not want to bring any money. Because he's not seeing the vision.
The
Because
vision.
the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain so that people will
Make
see it
it
and
plain.
run.
Yeah.
Listen, they don't see the vision.
Facts.
Understand? So you must make them see the vision. When they see it and it's plain to them,
Yeah.
it's easy for them to bring money. Like I saw my mention party, somebody gave me 100,000 rand cash. I met this guy 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks. He came to my studio, I make a beat for him. I never knew the guy was rich. He told me, I work in the mine, I do mining.
Yes.
He went home, he saw my video on TV, he went crazy. Yo, this guy, my nigga, you're on TV. Like, I said, yeah, bro, I want to do my party, but I don't have money. He said, how much do you need? I said, I need 300,000. He laughed. He said, okay, tomorrow I was saying something. I thought he was joking. Tomorrow I called him, I said, bro, after he said, I've sent you. I said, I haven't gotten it. He said, don't worry, wait. 30 minutes, I got him 100,000 rand a lot. I'm not telling you about something I say, pay back tomorrow. No. The only message he sent me, say, make your guest happy.
Oh, wow.
So, because he has seen the vision.
The vibe. Yeah. Yeah. And,
And
that
that will bring people from that one. More potential investors are coming. Like I said, my new video,
Yes,
Lamborghini is
yes,
sponsoring
yes,
it. My
yes,
new video
yes.
I want to do now, maybe
Yeah.
next week, is going to be sponsored by Hollywood Bet. Because they're seeing the vision. I'm making it plain. I haven't gotten a lot. I'm not gotten like 1 million rand endorsement yet, but I'm going towards that direction.
I
I feel
that.
like this is last week's episode with the vision as well.
It's important to have a vision and to start.
True.
Because you can talk about, you understand?
Yeah, I just want to know, like, I like how you structure everything. Like, so, what sort of advice would you give, like, a lot of the guys that are upcoming? Like, you know, like, how should they move in the business and in the game?
First of all, believe in God first for direction, because He's the one that gives you direction.
The
He's the
man
one that
of
gives
stairs.
direction. He's the one of direction.
Yeah.
And secondly, get your vision straight. What do you want?
Yeah.
Stay there. Don't jump here. Don't jump here and just be put.
Focus,
I told you guys before, so like I
Yeah.
got like 6 videos. It's just one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to make that one hit.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, I'm out of the game.
True.
I want to be ready. I want to say, bro, I've got like I told somebody, I've got 300 songs already ready. No matter how bad my song is, if I scratch out of that 300, I can get 10. That's going to give me a hit. Understand? So
Yeah.
you must be prepared for the vision.
Yeah.
You must move with people that are moving
With you.
With you.
Yeah.
People that will inspire you to grow. People that will say, no, we can do this and everything. There are
Yeah.
people, a lot of people that inspire me in the industry. When I look at them, I say, like, that's
Yeah.
upcoming artists that I check their Instagram, yo, this guy's pushing, yo, this guy's on trace, yo, I want to be on trace. They make me don't sleep. I can't sleep at night. I'm thinking, yo, how do I get
I
trace
need
number?
to.
Yo,
Yeah.
those people, find them on social media, follow them. You don't even need to, they might not even know you.
Yeah,
But just
yeah.
their work ethics, the way they, there's some people
Yes.
I'm inspired or just their posters, the way they post their posters, the way they do shows, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So
That is definitely important. You know, be around. I like the fact that you said be around people that have the same vision as
vision,
you.
Jim.
Because you have a lot of people that can really tear you down, eh?
True.
Like tell you it's impossible. You know, you can't do it. Like they'll give you 100 reasons why you can't. But I think, it's important to have like a team of people that see like the vision that you have and can support you and contribute to it. That's pretty cool, man. So, I mean, what I want to know though is, are we getting our tickets? Because we want to contribute to this vision. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying live on air.
I see the manager.
I see he's up, yeah.
Dre Avenue is gonna get 5 tickets. My next white boat party.
We're in there.
That's what's up.
We're in there. We're in there.
My white boat party. Each ticket is going for 1,000, but you're gonna get it for free.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bro, that's big. That's big. That's big. Jets. That's big. That's big.
So subscribe to Dread Avenue.
Subscribe to Dre
subscribe,
Avenue
man.
podcast on YouTube, Facebook,
Wow.
Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Spotify, iTunes.
Everywhere. Everywhere. That's pretty cool. And so how often do these parties happen? They'll take place actually. Like,
2 months, 3 months, 2 months, 3 months.
Is it?
Yeah, I do one major, but I also do smaller events, activation like in clubs, like I host in some
Okay.
clubs and everything.
Yeah.
Because in clubs, that's where you get those guys.
Oh,
That also
yeah.
where I get most of these guys. Because I go to club,
Yeah.
I know the guys that is pop. I told you when I'm in the club, I'm there for business. I
People don't know that, right?
I'm
It's-
there
it's
to
work.
get
Yeah.
contact. My sister, Only Hope, was telling me, "Hey, how do you know so much people?"
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't joke with contact. If I come to a place, I must get a contact of person.
It's
Just
important.
when I came, just few minutes, I saw Q. I'm like, no, this
Yeah.
nigga is someone I will need to reckon with. I need to get close to.
Yes.
Because I saw his work, I like, this is beautiful. I want to know him. So I don't joke with contact. Even even when we're drinking, we're getting high. Hey, bro, what's up?
What's the number?
What's the number, bro? Put a number. Hey, I'm an artist,
Keep your
man.
eye on the prize. you
It's
know?
important.
Even the Uber drivers that drives me, I
Yeah.
tell them about my music.
That's
I get the
amazing.
contact, I say, play my music, share people, and everything. So a lot of people tell me, I knew you from some chick. He was talking about
About
Superstar.
you, yeah.
And your music is fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No, the
Let's
music
just
is
put
great.
it
Like
out
I
there.
think also that's another thing we need to talk about. Yay, the music needs to be good. Like
They need to be something. They need to
you
be
know what I mean?
something.
You can have all the like ambition
Yeah.
and whatever, but if the talent is not there,
No, but I love what you're saying about
Yeah.
getting to know people and expanding the network constantly. Like
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
told you guys, obviously you saw the branding and stuff like that. When
Yeah.
before I went to actually get this stuff done,
yeah,
I bumped into a guy and he was like, actually, because I couldn't find the place.
Yeah.
And so he gave me direction, but we started speaking. And
Yeah.
he was actually like, I've got a friend who's into fitness apparel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. We should talk. I want to buy some stuff for him. And what cracked me about that is that
Yeah.
he was a guy who wanted to buy my product before my product was even ready.
Wow.
So that just speaks to your point on networking, building. a
networking
brand.
is
And
important.
it's very simple
Simple,
because you can
you know?
meet anyone in such an easy
100%.
way.
Any
yeah.
chance that
100%.
any place that you're at with your people is a chance to network.
Yeah.
You never know when
You
you're gonna
never
need
know.
that person. That's
You
the
never
thing.
know.
Don't
biggest
judge a book by
compiler-
its cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The major compiler on Trace Africa, I got him from the club. That was the contact I've been praying for years to get.
Yeah.
Because I want to get the guy that's plugging the music, not the one that's saying, give me money.
Let
I give
me.
you no.
Yeah.
I was just sitting with the guy, we're just talking. And I said, what do you do? I said, I'm video. I showed my video. Oh, wow, I'm actually the guy that controls Trace, the compiler. That, like,
The
what?
gatekeeper.
He showed me on Facebook. I actually post on their Instagram. He showed me. I said, what? I said, bro, can I have your number? I showed him my video. He said, no, I'll play your video.
Just like
Wow.
that.
First, I didn't pay a cent. The first video, he played it.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Instant. So it's in the club. But if you're not attentive, you're just there to party. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a good time. You will miss even the sort of the consumer will sit next to you that can help you. You don't know.
You don't know.
Network.
Networking is
Network,
important.
network.
I mean, that's another thing that I think, as from a man perspective as well, we should talk about. Right, like network is important. People skills, knowing how to
Yeah.
communicate, is definitely important. In terms of your performances, like have you started like branching out internationally and growing your audience, like going to performing places like we're talking about Nigeria. You're talking about you're going to have a tour recently
In UK.
In the UK,
Wow.
Like
Yeah, I'm doing 10 cities
That is
in UK.
amazing.
10
That is
cities.
amazing.
London,
So
Manchester.
Wow.
That is a big deal.
Leeds.
and that's a very big like market for like Afro beats and
Yeah,
that kind
true
of
that.
music,
Yeah.
right?
True that. I managed to hook up with some guys
Yeah.
from Sierra Leone. They're based that side.
Okay,
They're,
okay.
They're one of the biggest promoters. Actually, my song is
Wow.
playing on BBC, Northern thing, that side as well.
No
so
way.
They're like, Emmy, you
I
need
love
to
your
come this
grind,
side as well. Because
Yeah.
like I can be here, be pushing my song in Tanzania,
Yeah.
different place and everything. I've been scammed many times just trying to push my music.
Yes.
Trying to
yes.
venture. Someone says, oh, no, bring us. I can play in Kenya. I give money. It disappears. But it's part of growth. It's part of growth. It's part of, oh, no, I know now. I have to do this. So I met those guys on social media that actually heard my song, Heal Our Land.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this song is nice. Someone sent me about $100. No, please add to shooting your music video. I never knew him from anybody. I don't even know him till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so from there, they became my fans, started following me.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
did the UK tour, the UK concert online.
Okay.
So I was one of the artists from Africa that actually performed on that online concert.
Nice.
Yeah, so because of that, there's a lot of demand, like, oh, you can come over, like, want to come over. So they are
Yeah.
actually organizing 10 cities.
Wow.
Just because of the COVID regulation,
Yeah.
I'll have to wait till maybe till September to for
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to
'cause
slow down.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of rules that's
Rules
going
and
on. And
restrictions,
everything.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I actually want to do UK.
Yeah.
Then I also have a tour coming up in November that's confirmed in Paris and in Germany.
Wow.
Then I also Nigeria. I want to be in Nigeria in November also and in December. West Africa.
What's the one place where you want your music to just go global?
You mean a venue or a country?
Both.
Okay, O2 Arena, UK.
That's the goal. I mean, Davido set the bar, right? Like, that's the standard.
Actually, one of the things I was saying
Yeah.
with my statue, but I became very sad about it. Like, I wanted to fill up the Dome next year.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was going
said
to talk
20
about that. It sucks. Like,
Yeah.
they
closed
sold it.
They sold
sold it, yeah.
The
They sold
dome.
They sold it.
Bro, like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's bad. That's I
That's
don't know
bad.
Who,
Even
who made that
Casper
So
Right.
decision?
much history with the dome. Like it's
Like,
it's
where
so sad,
are we
man.
going to go
Diana
for?
Rose was hosted there, tipping a lot of big artists.
Big artists have been there. So I was like,
it was one of my goals. 2020, 2022.
Yeah.
My dream was to sell out that 20,
The Dome,
the
yeah.
Dome. That was one of my dreams. It looked impossible, but I
Yes.
believe with God, everything is
Everything's
possible.
Oh, that's
possible,
amazing,
bro.
man. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I
But,
love the
yeah.
fact that you don't give up. Even
I
though,
don't give up.
Like you get scammed and all those things. You keep
And
pushing.
you
Keep
can
on
feel
going.
it from his energy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this guy is, yeah, no.
No,
deep,
man,
bro.
that sucks. Yeah, because I really that the Dome is definitely like a great stadium or
Yeah.
or venue for like big shows and stuff like that. So if apart from that, like I'm sure you'd want to perform in Nigeria as well
Yeah.
because that's really another big market we don't talk about.
Yeah. Nigeria, I got a lot of people there because that's my home country.
How is the industry there generally?
In Nigeria, and Nigeria, I think it's like the land of the shacks.
Okay.
There's so many talented people there.
Yes.
And
yes.
there's so much payola going on in that place.
I can imagine.
Like in South Africa, I can submit my song on Trace on this thing
Yeah.
without even paying cent and can play.
right.
It's not possible in Nigeria.
It is what it is. Yeah.
An online radio, it's not possible.
Wow.
You have to pay. Even for me to come to a podcast like this, I have to
Yeah.
say, bro, no, please just hold this one thing for me.
Wow.
Put me. That's how bad it is. You understand?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the reason is not because of the station, but because of the untalented artists that have money. So they use the money to spoil it.
And that's something we need to talk about, right? Around the payola thing, where
It's-
there are a lot of talented people that don't get to shine because they don't have the money.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of like
That's right.
talented people that are getting a lot of shine based on the money, right? Which makes it hard. But I think the beauty of also the age that we're in with like social media, with the internet and stuff like that, is a talented artist like you has direct access to
the-
the consumer.
Yeah.
So as much as radio is great, as much as TV is great, you still have other ways to reach your audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the beauty of it, where talent can still get a shot based on the fact that you can access your
Yeah, talent can still get a shot, but as well, the social media space, you need to learn it.
Yeah.
Understand.
It's like you
Yes.
need to, and now the social media space, it has gone past the surface. It's now you need to know some deep tools.
Yeah.
For example, there's some tools you need to do to grow your followers. There's some
Yeah.
tools you need to know to do this one.
Social listening and
like
all that,
I was listening to I don't know if it's something on YouTube was telling me like, do you know that Facebook actually when you post they actually show just 20% of your total followers?
Really?
Yeah, just 20%. Because
Shucks.
they want you to pay for the advert to promote your work. So if I have
Interesting.
5,000 followers on Facebook,
Yeah.
when I post, trust me, only let's say 500 people they show it to.
Wow.
So you need
Shucks.
to know all these NGs and some other things to do for you to
Behind
get a
this-
post.
True.
Like there's something one of my lady that handled my PR my YouTube He took my Instagram. He was checking
Yeah.
something. I was shocked. There's some tools she was going inside. I didn't even know it
No,
was
they
in
were
it.
there.
They were there
Yeah.
like, no, this
Yeah.
is the best time to post. This is I see your streams coming from this place. You should post
Yeah.
from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. This is the best time. You
Yeah.
post to get more stream.
No,
and
you
I tried
definitely
it.
did
It
that.
worked.
No, you definitely need that. That's what I was saying. Like, you need other people with other skills,
Yeah.
that will inform you. This is how you do it. This is how you
You
break
post,
through.
you will get 2 likes, bro. My friend quitted me. He's like, no, I can't do that. I spent hours in studio and I dropped my song. Only 30 people. In fact, I even 3 fans unfollowed me. I'm not doing this music anymore.
That's amazing. That's crazy.
No, there's definitely a lot of like, you have to have either someone who can help you and give you this, the insight and the skills, or learn about it.
True.
As well. In terms of, the next steps, like, where do you see yourself going, like, and what is the direction you want to go in terms of your career? Do you want to, I know you own a label at the moment, but do you want to sign more artists? Do you want to, maybe branch into other parts of the business as well?
Yeah, for me, I think for now, in the next 10 years or the next 15 years, I want to be an artist.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
make good music. I want to release good music. I want
Yeah.
to be known.
Okay.
Because the reason I noticed that I have the power to liberate my other artists.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can tell you that my artists might not have the power to liberate me and the production. They might get that big break and disappear. And like my mom is gonna know, they'll start fighting in court. No, I didn't know. At the end of the day, gone.
Yeah.
But I know if I hit that number 1 spot as an artist,
Yes.
because it's my production, I know the vision I have.
Yeah.
I will always want to take people along.
And you make
Understand?
it happen.
And I'll make it happen for
You make
people.
it happen.
I'm a family. The reason, okay, you say sugar daddy. The reason why people
Yes.
call me sugar daddy because they say you're a sweet guy. You're like
Yeah.
a daddy. You make people happy. You. And
I
then
like
you're-
that twist.
Yes,
to it,
sir.
bro.
I wanted to
like
ask
that
about
twist.
that.
That's a nice one.
I've been waiting for that.
That's about as safe as it
Oh,
gets.
That's a nice twist.
So
to
it's
it.
not the blesser.
It's not the blesser daddy. It's
It's like the sweet
I'm
guy.
sweet.
The sweet guy.
Sugar.
The sugar daddy.
Yeah. Sugar daddy, not a pleasure.
Cupcake.
Cupcake.
So I have a lot of people grown up like sugar daddy because that's why, because I carry people along.
Right.
I'm a team player.
Right.
I don't like running alone. I don't. You hardly see me. Even when I came the first time, I always come with people. That's me. Instead. So, but like I said, the other guy I invested in, he ditched me in the last minute, and
Man.
you see. So
Yeah.
rather, I know if I hit that big break,
Yeah.
I can actually liberate a lot of people. But in future, I want to sit back and just be managing director of the music and push
Yes.
other artists.
True. Because I was also going to say, I can imagine it's a bit of a challenge. Like, you're the artist, and then you're also working with other artists. Because the rumor that artists are hard to work with, like
Very.
different personalities.
Very.
You know what I mean? So I can imagine that's how do you manage that? How's that juggling, like being the artist and also the boss, and
Yeah.
No, artists are very difficult because to manage because most of the artists they lack discipline. Like I tell someone, no matter where I go, no
Yeah.
matter the amount of alcohol I see, I can never drink and misbehave in public because I'm very aware of my brand.
it's important. Yeah.
I'm always having this mind like this. There's someone watching me.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
someone watching me if I am making mistake. I know I'm human. I make mistake, but
Yep.
there's some mistake I shouldn't make in public.
Yes.
Like me shouting, hey, what's up? No, it doesn't. So I'm always compelled when I go to a place. You see,
Yeah.
I know, virtually when I go in club, I don't drink before performing. I perform sober. I want to see people reaction. I want to see and say, no, this guy was really angry when I was performing, or the guy was, they were happy.
Yeah.
Genuine reaction, not like I'm thinking, it's like those people were jumping. You know, you
Yeah.
can be high and your mind everyone's jumping. Have you seen some people performing in club and then they're high?
Like you're at a different venue. You don't see what's actually
They're
going
enjoying
on.
the music, but everyone like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
DJ call the music.
Yeah, I want to follow up to that. Like, so what are like some of the rituals you have like before you perform and before you
I
like
pray.
amazing?
The reason I don't, I will tell you, and there's only one, I pray one prayer. T-Pain or Lil Wayne, if you watch them behind concert door, no matter how rugged they look, see them praying, say, let's be Lord Jesus. This is my prayer. I say, God, I don't know why people like people's music, but why I perform, let them like my music. Because I believe music is spiritual. This is what I pray. I say, God, I don't know why people like people's music, but when I perform, make sure they like my music.
What is the craziest thing that a fan has done, like whilst you're performing? Like we've heard the old saying, panties being thrown, or like,
At
Now,
a
what is the
festival.
craziest thing? Like, you're like, what the hell just happened? Right?
No, at a festival, just one guy was like, he was just being like, Suga, Suga, Suga.
What?
And he was just there. So
Yeah.
what I just did,
Yeah.
I just looked at where the energy was coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I focused on that place the energy was coming. I put in my best. But I give one thing about me, when I get to the second minute of my song,
Yeah.
it's already on fire.
Wow.
It's already on fire. I can even show you some videos that
Wow.
like you
Yeah.
see.
He just became a fan.
Yeah. Next time I come down from the podium, went down, I went there, I went to that guy, like, yo, I heard it, he was like, yo, yeah, like, yeah.
But that's the funny thing about fans, right? Like, fans will say a lot of things, like, online, just to gain your attention.
True.
And if you're not somebody who's level-headed, you can take it very personal.
True that.
Yeah.
But you realize
True
they
that.
just want attention.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna call you here because there's only one microphone over here. You cannot have your say off mic.
Yeah. And we
You have
have
to use the
our
mic.
viewers want to see you.
We've got Tash in the building, gents. Tash in the building.
I just wanted to say, like, it happens to the best of them,
Yeah.
you know, because even Casper, when he was still new in the industry, he shooted up high, you know,
Yeah.
with his music. And I was once watching him perform, and this guy started shouting to him,
Yeah.
Suga when us do like, you know, because he was charming. Get off. But he wasn't saying it in a very complimentary way, you know.
Yeah.
He was trying to be insulting, you know.
Yeah.
And Casper actually stopped and actually looked at this guy and paid attention to him. I don't know what he said,
Yeah.
but it actually affected the way he performed from then. So what
Yeah.
you did was actually quite smart and good.
To give the guy
Because-
attention, because he wants that. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what he wants.
It also happened with Burna Boy. Burna Boy was actually performing in UK,
Yeah.
and that guy was just like this. But I'll blame Burna Boy. I'll tell you why I blame him so much.
Yeah.
He just stopped the music. Hey, please stop the music, stop music.
Yeah.
Hey, you, why you not dancing? Here's the money I take, leave my concert. That's very rude.
That is
It
wrong.
hurt
That's
me.
messed
Yeah.
up.
And I'll tell you why I was so angry by that, because there are three kind of audience you have on the stage. The first audience that they are vibing, yeah, superstar.
Yeah.
I can tell you those audience, they don't listen to your music. They just hype with the beat and everything. There's the other angel that you just know their head, okay, wow, nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's this third audience, they don't talk, they're just like this, but they're lyrical, they listen to every word you
Yeah,
say.
she's saying. Yeah.
And in their mind, like, yo, they're in their heart, they are excited. They don't know how to express themselves. Should I shout or should I jump? They just reserve. But these are your best fans.
Fans. Shock.
They meet you after the story. Say, bro, come.
That
that
was-
your song. Well, that was nice. Where can I find your social? I know. Trust me, I
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. They don't come to you. They just finish. Yeah. After the guy bought answer, and they're gone. But
Right.
those other guys, they come to you and say, hey, bro, what's up? Here's my card. Where can I find you? And
They're looking
everything.
for the substance.
Yo, man, that sounds like psychology also. Like there's a psychology to the performance
Yeah.
and to the music
True.
itself.
You must understand the crowd.
You need to.
Like I told somebody, I never planned my song before performance, except I'm performing on a festival.
Okay.
If I'm performing on a festival or a concert, I
Yeah.
plan my set.
Okay.
But if I'm performing in a club, I
Yeah.
never plan my set. I just get like 10 songs. I was okay, this 10 songs.
Yeah.
When I go to the club, I read the whole crowd. I say, okay, no. This DJ have been playing piano for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
This guy's a new change. So I know if I go to hip hop,
Yeah.
they must definitely turn up.
Ah.
Because they want to hear a new sound. Because people, no matter how sweet they are tired
Of that.
I can never come and perform Indomie there because I know it's not going to pop.
Right.
I'll just
right.
come with a different vibe. I just come with, I like you. I can just come with just, somebody shout, and I just do something hip hop shit, and people go crazy.
Right.
Instead, so it's psychology, like you said. You need to understand your crowd, understand what they want. Like I said, people, not
Yeah.
everybody will turn up for you,
True,
but they
true.
enjoy the music. And
True.
it's like, wow. Like I told you, the lady
Substance.
that came to say,
Yeah.
I don't know you, I've never heard about you, but I could easily vibe to your song. That lady, I never saw her in the crowd. But
I wanted to ask something interesting. I think when you were introducing you mentioned acting.
Yeah.
If I heard you right.
that.
How do you see that all coming into your brand and who you are and what you want to achieve in the long term?
for me, I think every exposure is a good exposure for an artist. The same space. If you're an actor, you're a dancer, you're a singer,
Yeah.
same goal in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You might be so shocked that even the acting might be the biggest thing that is going to happen to me before my music kick off.
Yeah.
Understand? So, like me, I'm versatile. Like I told somebody, I say, you never see a Nigerian man that is going to say, I'm a doctor solely. Even if he's a doctor, he has a grocery shop somewhere, making some money.
Yeah.
You cannot be stranded, bro. You need to think times 3, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the way to survive.
Explore angles. Eh?
Open your options. Yeah.
That's the only way to survive in this show break. That's the only way.
You have to be
I
multidimensional.
want to ask you a question about your name. Though.
Okay.
Do you have, because you said you sugar daddy, whatever. Do you have any sugar daddy tendencies?
Yes. I give.
I wanted to put you on the spot.
That question, man, I want to personally thank you.
See, there's one thing. There's like there's hardly a week.
Yeah.
I don't do like 3 to 4 e-wallet for people. Not because I'm not bragging about it.
Hey, there's a song called e-wallet now, right?
No,
it's coming.
Casper.
Casper
This
is
is
coming.
like advising niggas.
You know-
E-wallet your
Not because this is that
Yeah.
there's a lot of people going through a lot of things. You see, I'm that kind of person that I can, even if I have 5,000 for my rent and
Yeah.
somebody tell me, Emmy, you know what? I don't have food to eat. My kids they are starved. I can't go home. I can't sleep with hearing that.
Yeah.
Even if I can give her the 500 share, I will try and give 200 or 300 that
Right.
money. So I'm that kind of person. I give. So that
You're a
maybe that's
giver.
the sugar daddy tendency
Yeah, no,
that,
no,
that I have.
they also do need money, bro.
You know what? I fully agree with that philosophy, I have to say, because a lot of the time, you know, you get guys labeling girls, especially, it usually goes in that gender direction. That guys will say a girl is a hoe because she's asking for money.
Yeah.
But it's not always that. You know, there's a need sometimes. And yes, because the world is just geared to favor the guy usually to generate money more than the girl.
Yeah.
You might just have to do that. Be gracious.
True.
It's a little bit more than just you soliciting. It's actually you being gracious to say,
And
listen.
I think you raise a very valid point, Q, which is like sometimes you can tell when there's a need in some cases.
Yeah.
And how do you tell? By having a conversation.
That's it.
Yeah.
Connect.
Drive
the conversation bit
right?
out.
Like connect. Like it's there is tricking, obviously, where
Yeah.
guys just
Splurge.
splurge.
They know why.
And you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, if you really care, this is my opinion, right? Like, we're talking about you when you say I really care, like, about somebody's well-being. That comes with getting informed as well, right? So you need 1,000 rand for airtime. What kind of airtime is this?
They trying to call Mars or something. The sun.
let me tell you
The moment Derek said airtime, I was like, where is he going with this?
You know, it's like you don't need $1,000 for airtime.
you understand?
You probably need more money for something else.
Right.
But I'm with you. I'm working with you.
Right.
I think the most people, because I get a lot of DMs because
Yeah.
of my name. You understand? And I'll tell you why I also use the name. One of the reasons I use the name Sugar Daddy on my profile is to also generate
Traction.
clients and also to create a contradiction. No, people, you can. The only way you can be known. Check even a pastor. You must be a pastor that like is doing it on extraordinary.
Ordinary. Do
That's-
something.
You
something
need to create something that will make people say, "Why is this guy Sugar Daddy?"
I said that. Remember? Like you have to do something that, like, you know
More
what I
than
mean?
the average
To
guy.
stick
Yeah.
out.
That's how I grew my followership on Instagram. I can tell you, I get a lot of DM from white girls. Every
What?
Are you a sugar daddy? Can I be your sugar baby? And everything. Trust me.
He's playing with all
No discrimination whatsoever.
Like there's a lot. I'm
There's
even
diversity and
messages
inclusion,
come from people every day.
Yeah.
Like, are you a sugar daddy? Can I be your sugar baby? Because of what? Just because they see that name. But at the end of the day, I just last say, what do you want? He say, I don't want to be a sugar baby. I say, okay, it's fine. Where are you from? And everything. She has already followed me.
Amazing.
Bro, on that note, and we'll come back to you. Remember we were talking about this on Friday when I raised something in the group even, right?
Yeah.
When I'm like, so I was out with Q and we see a young black lady, right? With an older white guy, way older, and they're holding hands,
Okay.
I've seen that quite a lot, yeah.
right? And in my mind, initially, you know, like the first thing is like, what the hell, right? Like judgmental, right? But then I was like, nah, man, let's take a few steps back. Like, what would drive a girl like that to be in that position? Is it that she wants to be there? Or is it that she has to based on her situation or circumstance, right? Now, it's not like there are no black men out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's a fine, young, attractive woman. So I'm sure there's black dudes out there. But what would drive her to think, I need to go in that direction, right? And a part of me was like asking the question, like, are we responsible as black men in some way that our women feel like they have to go for like an older white guy? Like, I was just asking, like, because initially I'm like, yo, she a hoe, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, whoa,
I
rewind.
thought that was a strong question because, you were saying a whole lot more with your question, more than just that this girl might be looking for money. But that, are you telling me that attraction is across ages and across social experiences?
Yeah.
See, we don't want to go the race card.
Yes,
We want to say
yes,
just the social experience of a white
just-
guy in South Africa is very different from a black guy in South Africa,
Yes.
especially a young black guy versus an old white.
Right.
Right. So you were asking a very deep question.
Yeah, because I was like, initially you'd be like, this just looks wrong.
Yeah.
She's whack for that or whatever. But I was just like, but wait. Do we have some, part to play in not, representing correctly where she feels like she has to jump ship?
Can I be controversial?
Say something, Aubrey.
I think, yeah, you could say that, but ultimately, the responsibility falls on the person. But I do see where you're coming from in that we do have a part to play. In the sense that this is just my opinion. There's no facts or stats to back it up. But I think sometimes black people can be very hard on themselves, and I'm just talking about black people because that's what I know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure other races could look into how they treat each other. For instance, it's the same thing when a black guy gets really wealthy. People tend to say they then go for other. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could it be that the women are a bit, harsh or difficult to deal with, that then sends them the other way? Because this guy is all about his money and he doesn't want to deal with all the drama and stress. You get what I'm saying? So I think so I think sometimes we can say that, as a society, there is some responsibility on,
because the other side of the coin is, other side of the coin is, you go on spaces, right? And there's a discussion about being a side chick or whatever, right? Where a girl is like, listen, now I want this married guy.
Yeah.
Because these single owns out here, too much drama, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, okay, but what does that mean then? Is that like, what is making this woman think it's okay to fight for this man who has his own wife?
Yeah.
Full situation.
A whole wife.
Yeah.
A whole wife, right? With kids in the family.
Yeah.
Disregard all of that, right? And say it's worth it. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
So my thing was like, from a man's perspective, how do we break that down? Because it's stuff that's happening a lot, and there are a lot of people that stand by it, like it's okay, right? Do we have some responsibility there, or like you're saying, it's every person has their own?
It ultimately, what I'm saying is the responsibility falls on the individual and their choices. But I'm not negating the fact that your experiences and what society may have done to you or how it's behaving may have kind of tilted you or directed you in a certain way. But ultimately, I think people just need to take responsibility.
Like, why would a Will Smith, right?
But Will has been through the most, guys. Let's just Will has been through the most.
Why would a Jada go for an August Alsina? Right?
Yeah.
When she's a full Will Smith superstar, aka whatever.
How many women are dreaming of Will Smith right now?
now.
Can you imagine?
Right?
By the way, it's August and it's Women's
Guys.
Month. I don't know if there's a connection.
Right?
For me, I think hearing some ladies speak about married men, I think they feel that if this man can be responsible to get a woman in his house, he can actually be responsible in taking care of me.
That's a very, very valid
So
point.
I've actually heard a lady saying that. So that's the reason why she will always choose a married man. She said,
That's
I'd rather go.
twisted, but
I would rather go for a married
Noted
man
perspective,
than go for
yeah.
these young
That
boys
is, and he summed
that
it
are
up very
playing,
well.
that are playing around. So I think that's some
Bro,
people's
that's
reason.
so true.
You know
Actually,
the dudes
yeah.
who are wearing wedding rings.
They want to go. When they see the wedding, that's when they want to.
That's
Oh,
their,
it's
that's their
married.
game. That's their game.
It's crazy, and I think you've just answered it very well because it is indeed a responsibility issue of I feel more secure with this man who's consistent. I know he has a family, right? And he knows what I get and what I give him. There's no games.
Single niggas, consistency.
That's what. See what I'm saying? We figured it out. It's,
Another twist.
it's a consistency thing.
Another answer to that again. Some
Yeah.
people feel like, oh, he has an husband, so even if I have my boyfriend, he knows I'll give him his space to go do his own
Do
thing.
his own thing.
He gave me my own space to do my own thing.
But it,
Another
but it
twist.
speaks to what
Yeah.
you're saying, which is firstly consistency and transparency.
True.
Yeah.
In those situations, things are transparent. Listen, I have a family, I have a wife. I'm not going to leave my wife. You know, we can do whatever, but this is what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got women in the building. Like, consistency is a big thing, right? Transparency is a big thing. And I think for us men, it's like, that's where we need to figure it out. Are we ready to be consistent? Are we ready to be transparent?
Yeah.
If we expect to see results, if we expect to see things change, you know what I mean? So I like the fact that you brought that up because it was really kind of bugging me. Like, where did we go wrong in that case? Or what would make it, you know?
I don't know, guys. But I think ultimately for me, it's like whatever you're doing, there's no judgment from me, right? Obviously, I'm not saying it's cool
Yeah.
for you to be doing.
Are you
what
sure?
you're doing. There's no judgment. All I'm saying is that ultimately, I just think as human beings, we need to be in a place where own your shit.
Yeah.
Own it.
Own it.
100%.
So if you're doing this, don't now blame Lance.
Yeah.
I'm this type of guy because Lance.
I just want to.
Doesn't work for
I just want to remind our viewers of some advice that Derek gave me a few years ago. He was like, "You need to be at an honest place with yourself. You need to be at an honest place."
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so yeah, I
And
think-
it's work.
Yeah.
He can attest. He can attest, right? Okay. I'm not even gonna do it again. But I think that's a valid point. Just honesty, transparency, man.
yeah.
And just coming back to you. I mean, you're in the limelight. You're dealing with a lot. You know, you get a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? Women attention. You know what I mean? Royalty. And I like the fact that you brought the fact that you're very careful
Yeah.
because of trying to protect your brand, right? And in terms of like how you manage that, how do you manage that kind of attention? How do you ensure that you're not distracted by it, right? And at the same time, you're not in the papers, Sunday, whatever.
Focused on your goal. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we've seen it. Like people are being canceled, like left, right, and center.
The
right? I mean,
baby.
Hey, we'll jump into that one soon. But people are being canceled left, right, and center. And as an artist, especially as a male artist, where you have all this attention, and sometimes people see you as a bank. So accusations, he did this, he did that. How do you ensure that you protect your brand, like you're saying?
I think one of the things this knows for musician I do is to firstly make peace with all men. Make sure everything you do, even if you beat a girl in the street, in the club, you have sex with that girl, make sure you part way in a very good way. Don't say, what can you do? Because most of those things that happen, sometimes it becomes a setup. Tomorrow they come back and say, okay, this guy, we're going to show this guy. I think you're clever. We come back with frame the accusation. They set you up and everything. So I always try and make peace with people. When I'm wrong, I say, I'm sorry. If I get to the point that the argument is being heated, I make sure I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And I know when you leave, I say, no, this one.
It's done.
Not again.
Even for guys, I'm talking about ladies, even guys and ladies I meet, we have some heated. I try to make peace with people and be in a good space with them. I might not be close to you anymore. That's one. And secondly, I avoid substances like alcohol. To be addicted to alcohol, like me, I don't crave for alcohol. If there's alcohol, I can have. If there's no alcohol, I can still perform well. Like I told somebody, I'm in my best behavior when I'm sober. I'm in my best mood when I'm sober. The only thing that gets me high is music.
Right.
When I'm making music, I get high. Because so this music is like I can even jump. I was like, what's wrong? Why you shouting like this?
Yeah.
That's me for you. You understand? So one of the things that actually bring a lot of artists is substance abuse, drugs. Most artists they are high on this new substance, codeine.
Yeah.
You
We
see
spoke
that?
about this in the first
They are
episode.
always like this. They're always, you think they are humble, but it's the codeine. Like
Jeez, man.
I was in the club. The guy was like, "Hey, Emmy, I like the way you host. You always hyped up." This other guy, when he's hoping, he's in the club, he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Because he was drinking codeine all the time.
Sheesh.
So it's just one thing that I told somebody like, I'm so scared of. I don't want to hustle so hard.
Yeah.
Hustle so hard, and eventually I make it in the industry, and I can last for 2 years because I develop a sickness because of my lifestyle.
The lifestyle side,
Because people are believing a lot of lifestyle, drinking and smoking recklessly, forgetting that tomorrow your body is going to stay all the things you've been taking in. You understand? So when they get to that point of the limelight, they will break. You hear them, they have one kind of sickness,
man.
and they're dying. So I'm very conscious of that. So I'm conscious of the ladies.
Ladies, yes.
Conscious of the people I meet, and I make sure I do pathway with them peacefully.
Yes.
And I also leave a gap for us to work in future.
Your brand.
We have
You
a
have
brand
to protect it.
and
right?
everything.
At all times.
And I've seen that, especially in, coming from corporate and stuff like that, where you see how because like you said, you're a business. So when in the office you handle things a certain way, you've never seen like in a meeting, board meeting or whatever, people like raising voices or getting out of character. You can disagree.
Yeah.
very
Even when it's
strongly.
heated, they're very cool.
You know how to manage it,
Yeah.
And I think that's important for a lot of young artists who want to get into this thing, right? They need to learn that handle yourself, protect your brand, and manage yourself like a business.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence is very important because you can get so caught up with the alcohol, the parties, and whatever. You stop making music. You stop, you know what I mean? Like the thing that people really liked you for, it gets lost in the sauce. So I think it's important that you mentioned that. So we'll go through a few other quick topics before we wrap up. The baby thing.
Ooh.
I think we have been talking about that this whole week, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I was like, bro, why would you even do that? Like, I think the things it's sad. There are two sides to it. There's the cancel culture itself, right? Which needs a little bit of investigating because it's not very transparent. It's not even. It's a bit biased. It's, you know what I mean? So we need to look at that side of it. And then the statements that he made himself, which were very controversial, right? So there are two parts of it. The first one, obviously, he said something about HIV and which I felt was wrong in itself. Like you can't,
Tell people they're gonna die.
they're gonna die, and
And you don't rock with them.
in a weird way, it was not a statement to say.
Yeah.
All right. No, this is a serious matter, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, but
Don't put that on the
you know what
pod.
I'm saying? I can't. I was like, yeah, but the other part where he's talking about
Homosexuals. Is it
that
homosexuals?
was also kind of funny if you think about it. but
I'm not saying
but no, I'm saying because if you look at what he said, right?
Yeah.
He said guys who are sucking dick in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Now, the people that were offended, right? Are we saying that? Maybe explain to me where it's specifically targeting trolls. Are we saying that there were people that were sucking dick in the parking lot, or are we saying?
That statement you're right, was a bit more loaded than it sounded. It wasn't just targeting homosexuals, but a certain behavior towards sexuality.
Yeah.
So it could have been heterosexuals who are having sex in parking lots.
Right.
And immediately that tells you that there's something a little bit more than just the private intimacy. I want to get it out there. So a Tim Cook, for example,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know his sexuality if he hadn't said it. But you'll never hear that he's having these acts in these public places.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's different from a George Michael and a Tim Cook, two different things.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So personally, and just to put on the record, I thought it was not appropriate. It was not necessary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, maybe he was high on just like the attention,
the moment,
the vibe,
yeah.
you know, because it was a lit concert. I mean, I checked it out. It was, you know, so maybe he was just high off of that to say that. But it just kind of brought, I was a bit concerned around the cancel culture itself.
Yeah.
To say we're very quick to cancel anyone, specifically when it comes to anything that might be associated with a certain, you know, type of people, whether it's the LGBT, whatever community, right?
It's that or if it's racial.
Yeah, it's as if you must walk on eggshells if you're dealing with the homosexual community, or with certain. There are certain sort of. I don't know if it's previously marginalized, if it's honest to say that.
Yeah.
There are certain sects that you cannot talk about.
Yeah.
You talk about homosexuality, you get cancelled. It's like you say something.
It's either you're for or you keep quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
You're not allowed to speak and say and have an opinion and say, I believe in heterosexuality.
Yeah.
You say that, it's a crime.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the part I was a bit concerned about, where I'm saying like, because I don't subscribe to this type of lifestyle, right?
Don't I have a right to express myself?
You don't have a right to express that, right?
No, 100%.
Same way, some people don't subscribe to polygamy.
True that.
Yeah.
And they can say that freely, right? Some people don't subscribe to certain things in the arranged marriages, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But and you're not marginalized for saying that or canceled.
Yeah.
Right? But when it comes to this specific topic, it's like whether your religion does not subscribe to it, you know what I mean? Whether your tradition or culture does not subscribe to it, you can't say that. It's either you're for or you keep quiet. And so that kind of bugs me. And I was just curious to find out like what our thoughts are on that. Listen, I personally don't have a problem with it, right? But it's not that I subscribe to it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can say it doesn't affect me directly. It doesn't, you know what I mean? I sleep well at night. But if I say my religion doesn't agree with that, or I wouldn't want that for my kids or whatever, then I'm bad for saying that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Why should it be okay? You know, someone said it this way. They said, "Oh, so my body is my body for fetus deletus, which is abortion, but it's not my body for the vaccine." You know, why do we have double standards for hot topics? Why is it that I'm free to say something if it agrees with you, but if it doesn't agree with you, I should get cancelled?
And
I should be free to say I don't subscribe to homosexuality, and I am not attacking anyone. I'm telling you about me, and it's not an attack on you. If you don't subscribe to what I'm saying, I'm okay to listen to you.
No, I love what everything you guys have just said. I fully agree with everything you guys have just said. I think.
Okay, guys, are you now comfortable to talk about it? Like, cause
Guys, we're getting
I was just making jokes about it all.
Okay,
But honestly speaking,
I'm joking,
I think I hate the cancel. Like I'll say it straight. I
Yeah.
hate it because the truth is that I might not even be talking about the controversial things that you guys have just mentioned. But just if there are enough people that didn't like what I said, they can cancel me.
yes.
And I think the problem with it is it creates a culture of we now just have to run with the masses.
And I hate,
can't
and I
have
hate,
an opinion.
and I
You
hate
can't have an
how
opinion.
Yeah.
I hate how corporate and sponsors respond to that.
Yeah. Both.
Right? Like if I say something that's not in line with the whatever the agenda is, like in this case the LGBT thing, right? If I say something, I'm gonna be cancelled.
And
my sponsor is gonna
the crazy
leave.
thing is,
my
you can
gig-
even get cancelled historically. Remember
Yes.
James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy? Disney cancelled his contract to direct the third sequel in the series.
I heard that. Yeah.
Until they realized that society didn't care that he said it in the past, and that and DC had hired him to do Suicide Squad. All of a sudden, they realized, oh no, we're losing out on major talent. So obviously, the issue was not his talent or his opinion. It was just that you wanted to go with the crowd.
Yeah.
And you didn't,
Right.
you read the crowd wrong, Disney, and you know now you have to backtrack and give us an excuse. And
That bothers me because there's a clear double standard when we talk about freedom of speech. There's freedom of speech for certain things, but there's no freedom of speech for.
And
Other
again,
things.
just to highlight again to our viewers and our fans and everything, we're not talking about the baby and what he said and expressing whether it was
No, we're
wrong
not
or right.
condoning
That's
that.
a different discussion altogether.
Yes.
We're talking about the cancel culture and what are we saying as a people
Right.
in engaging in it, in tolerating it? Because here's my biggest issue that I have with it.
Yeah.
My opinion might actually have glitches, or there might be room for growth as
Yeah.
a human being.
Yeah. There's always.
If I can't have an honest conversation with Lance, with Superstar,
Yeah.
with anyone, then how then am I gonna grow? Because I'll
Yes.
keep all my thoughts to myself.
And that's the thing. Like, we need to be open to the conversation, is all I'm saying. Right? There shouldn't be a policy of, if you're not saying something that's
we
for,
don't
keep
like what
quiet.
you say,
There's no
yeah.
discussion. Right? They don't want to hear what I have to say about it. Right? So I think we need to be open to the discussion. Like you said,
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
Right? But I need to state my position, and you need to correct me, and we
Yeah.
have to have dialogue so that we get to the bottom of this thing.
And that is the
100%.
ethos of Dread Avenue, driving the conversation.
The conversation.
Let's talk.
Right.
Don't
Let's talk
muzzle
about these
people.
things.
Let's talk.
Yeah. So put your comments, in the bottom of the screen, and let us.
You might just win a ticket.
You might just win a
Might just
ticket.
win
You
a
never know. You know what I'm saying? You might just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're open. Like, if there's somebody that wants to reach out that has something to say about it, that maybe is from that community, we're definitely open to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
100%.
my whole thing is, let's not be quick to shut down the conversation, because there's no way we grow in that case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be about that specific issue, but it could be about a lot of other things. We have this culture where if you're not for, and there's certain people, and a few, feathers are ruffled,
Yeah.
that are in powerful positions, you can be canceled and you're out of here. You know what I mean? So, put your comments in. Let's hear what you guys have to say about that. Before we wrap up, anything you wanna say to your fans? Anything they have to look out for? Anything we missed that you wanna touch on?
Okay, I just want to say, keep believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Impossibilities in the mind.
Yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah.
do anything you want to do if only you believe.
Right.
Stay focused. Believe in God. Believe you're the best. Burna Boy said, "I know one day I'm going to win a Grammy," and he won a Grammy.
Yeah.
Listen, even if you might stay in a place that doesn't look like a destination, don't give up. Understand? Where you were born doesn't determine where you're going. So keep pushing. Never lose track of your vision. When you wake up, pray for God for direction. And also shout out to all my people.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to my people.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to my sponsors, Maybe Collections. They clothed me.
Nice.
Shout out to Maybe Collections. Shout
Yeah.
out to my team, MBG's Production. Shout
Yeah.
out to my manager, Starkey. My staff,
Dope. Nice,
SK,
nice,
everyone
nice.
in production. I see you. Thank you so much for the love.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Last question from my side.
Okay. Also, project. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a song I did sponsored by Lamborghini. They just started a new drink called Lamborghini Tonino. It's a energy drink and vodka.
Wow.
I'm promoting that brand. It's on the video.
Nice.
It's called Lamborghini Tonino. So they sponsor my video called Boss. It's coming out very soon. And I also got some other projects coming out very soon. I'm doing a new song with No Tribal. Hopefully, I'm going to be in studio with her this week.
Nice.
She's confirmed this week. Hopefully, with her as well.
Chance to have.
Video projects and everything.
I just want to ask you one last question. Like, give us your top 3 songs that we should look out for, and for the viewers as well. Yeah, top 3 songs.
I think one of my favorite songs, like I know, is my anytime I know if I perform the song, people love so much. Is Bless Our Handwork. As we the pray, bless our land. Oh, that one, go check it out.
Nice.
And
Nice.
check out Indomie. I like your Indomie.
Hey.
Give me the Indomie.
That's my vibe.
And the other one on top 3 on Sun City is called Choco. Choco, baby, now your love be the cocoa.
I love the video.
Hey.
Go check it out as
I love
well.
the video.
Yeah.
Dope,
I also
dope,
have another
dope.
video. I've got about 12 to 13 videos on YouTube. Go check it out. I did another one with Only Hope called Ekene Jesus, the gospel songs
Yeah.
from Trace Gospel and Trace Africa as well. Yeah. So go check it out.
And we're going to give a snippet of the song, right?
Yeah, you got to give this
Nice.
Yeah.
So exclusive. It's gonna be on Dread Avenue.
Yeah.
exclusive
to Dread Avenue.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm saying Dread Avenue have the right to give them exclusive of the song
Nice.
of Boss.
Spend my money like a ball. Spend my baby like a dog. You must chop the money. Oh.
Enjoy Sure. It's Q's favorite song. He loves that beat too much. He loves it because of the
What are you talking about? I love Onye's song about what's it called? Breaking protocols.
Jeez, man. And before we leave, we just have to do this. I think it's important. We just have to give some tribute to Shauna, Ferguson. That's a big blow in the entertainment industry, in the movie industry.
Yeah.
So guys, just take this COVID thing very serious. You know what I mean? We don't know where it came from, what the plan for it is, but it is real, and people just need to be safe. You might take the vaccine, you might not take the vaccine, but whatever you do, just be safe. You know what I mean? This thing is really real, and it's definitely taking a lot of our loved ones. So, we definitely, our prayers go to their family, you know what I mean, through this hard time. And a lot of other...
Sister Connie as well, yeah.
A lot of other families that are being affected with this thing, you know what I mean? I lost an uncle, you lost an uncle recently. So this thing is definitely real.
Lost a colleague in the week.
You know what I mean? So, just be safe out there. Mask up, sanitize, social distance. If you're gonna go to parties, social distance. You know what I'm saying? White parties, social distance. We're gonna be there.
Oh, white boat body, Joe.
Mask up.
We go social distance.
Yeah, just be safe. Just be safe.
Safe.
Awesome. It's been real, gents.
Exciting.
Real.
Cheers.
Subscribe to Subscribe to us on Instagram. Subscribe to our Instagram page. Subscribe to us on Twitter. It's Avenue Dread at Avenue Dread on Twitter. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. You know what I mean? So let's definitely grow this. And it's your platform. It's really your platform to come
follow
to.
on YouTube, watch.
You know what I mean? Follow on YouTube, watch, subscribe.
And tell us what you wanna talk about.
You know what I mean? Awesome. It's been real, gents. That's it. We out. Podcast. Cheers.
Make Iman to the confused. I got no time on me. Baby, we can take it slow. Please, you is my intention. I wanna give you affection. Show me what I got deep down in my heart. You are the only one for me. I make it feel alright. Hey, roll up, maybe we can smoke up. One time she give me inspiration. Bad girl, causing commotion. She got my attention. Roll up.